We're going to get started. All right. So welcome everybody to Six Figure Success Simplified. I'm super excited that you guys are here. Some of you are brand new to me and I haven't had a chance to meet you yet. Some of you have been in my world for a while. Some of you are clients. Some of you I've gotten to meet in other groups. And so I just want to welcome you. I'm so glad that you guys are here. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Chris Williams. Even though it says Christine, I go by Chris. And I am a business coach. I support women, holistic coaches, and holistic practitioners to build and grow their business to six figures, and then to take it into consistent 10K to 50K months. So we really want to teach you today how you're actually going to be creating consistent income. So over the course of the next 5 days, I'm actually going to be sharing with you the Soulful Abundance System. It is the way that I've created over $2 million in my business. And no, I'm not a unicorn. I have actually done this from scratch back in 2015. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about that journey so that you can see that you can do it too. Really, more than anything, I want each and every one of you to know that you can absolutely build a six-figure business without a doubt. Without a doubt. You have to believe. I was actually going to put on the Journey song. I don't know about you guys. I love Journey. I'm probably dating myself. Don't Stop Believing. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a little too slow. I was checking it out. I'm like, we'll skip the music. But really, that was the one thing that created my success. It helped me go from being a stay-at-home mom, going through a divorce after 17 years, starting over brand new from scratch with 3 boys to take care of and $25 in my pocket. True story. So I want you to know that if you were feeling like, yeah, somehow I've got like the magic fairy dust in my veins or something. No, I've been where many of you are. So if you feel that you have been struggling for the past several years, however long it's been, to create clients, to attract clients, actually get your business up off the ground and create consistent income, I've been where you are. I know it too, and I'm here to help you get through that. And I definitely want you to believe that it's possible because it is absolutely possible. Hey, Miss Steph, how are you? By the way, we've got Stephanie Pazniokis here, and she is actually not only on my team inside of Activate Abundance Academy, she is our tech coach, but she's also a health coach. And we are going to get to celebrate that not only did she have the biggest month in September, but she's actually going to cross over again the 10K mark in November. And Steph, I'm just so proud of you. So I asked Stephanie to be here with us today to kind of kick us off so that you can see and believe that this is possible for you. The worst thing that we can do, what is going to hinder our success more than anything, is not actually believing that it's possible. Not actually believing that it's possible. So no matter where you are, no matter if you have no clients, no matter if you've been struggling for a while, I want you to pop in the chat, I believe. I believe I can, and I will. I believe I can, and I will. The motto that I come back to over and over and over and over again is she believed she could, and she did. She believed no matter what it was, when it was me trying to figure out what I was going to do after I went through a divorce, whether it was me trying to find a place to live and take care of my kids, whether it was writing my very first book. Many of you guys might have seen I was actually up in Times Square with my very first book, which is the Soulful Abundance System, which is what I'm going to be teaching you over the course of the next 5 days, right? We don't do these things unless we believe first. We don't do these things unless we believe first. So you're not going to create a six-figure business or a multiple six-figure business or a seven-figure business if you don't believe. It's just not possible, right? We have to believe first. And so today is all going to be around alignment. So Steph, I just wanted to bring you on here and share a little bit about, where you were, where you are now, and where is your level of belief? How has that changed your business? I would love to hear. And I'm
Oh
going to
my gosh.
spotlight you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's literally night and day. I knew I wanted to work with you after a free event that you did when I was really just first starting my business. And I remember just hearing and just knowing in my heart that this is how I wanted to be able to serve. I wanted to be able to nurture people. I wanted to be able to offer them um, value even before they decide to work with me. And when you first reached out to me, I said, well, I'm in a couple of other programs. Get back to me in a,
Mhm.
in a year or in October or something. And you did. And so one thing, a woman of your word, absolutely. Thank you so much because um, I started working with you and I know you remember, I started out worried. Is my
Yeah.
pricing too much? Is it, worrying about everything, just really being in that scarcity mindset. And it took some time to work into, especially with your retreats, were fantastic with that. But really getting into the place that we really follow through on our actions when we believe they will matter. And for me, that was a big deal because I'm very practical. I'm very, I'm the tech person. I have systems in place. And but the idea of, your golden hour, which you will probably talk about, and all these other things that I found that when I didn't have the belief in myself, even though I knew what I had to do and put it in my calendar and did all those things, I wouldn't do it
Mhm.
because I didn't think it was going to work and I didn't think it was going to matter. And at some point, um, I had to let all of that go, let all of the outcome go. And the reason why I didn't believe, the reason why I felt like I was, that I was going to be wasting my effort, whatever, was because I was so tied that what if I do this and I don't get the outcome I'm expecting, right?
Mhm.
So once the big aha happened that said, that outcome is outside of my sphere of control. All I can do are the things that could potentially get me there. And just go all in on it with a free heart, with just an open-mindedness, without expectations and with joy. Oh my gosh, did everything completely and utterly change after that? When I finally just started believing that it was going to happen exactly as it was supposed to, and all I needed to do was my part. It changed everything. It took a lot of stress off, which by the way is a big deal when it comes to your health as a health coach. It's really important and it's something I
Yeah.
teach my clients. But we have to do that in our business.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one of the reasons why I brought Stephanie on here is because she was where probably many of you are. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Am I going to invest money again? It's not going to happen for me. It's not possible. Whatever, gremlin that we've got playing in the background. But the other thing is that she is a health coach. So for those of you that are like, yeah, Chris, you can make money because you're a business coach, but don't believe that you can make money because you're not a business coach, you're a health coach, or you're a spiritual coach, or you're a life coach or something, I absolutely want to put the kibosh on that. Like, I'm just going to hit the BS button on that because here is proof. Here is proof that you can absolutely create an amazing business as whatever type of coach you are, whether you're a spiritual coach, health coach, relationship coach, nutrition practitioner, it doesn't matter. You absolutely can do this. So I want you to pop in the chat again. I can and I will. We're going to repeat that because guess what? What you put on repeat happens. And what you put on repeat is what you believe. Steph, is there anything specific that helped you kind of finally get this figured out and like, okay, this is what I need to do going forward? You mentioned the golden hour, which absolutely we are going to talk about, by the way, you guys, because the golden hour is critical when you're not sure what to do and you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and trying to do all the things. We actually take ourselves out of the game. So I will absolutely talk about the golden hour for sure. But anything else that you want to share, Steph?
I think the big thing was that mindset part, that belief part. You know, the outcome, the expectations, serving from your heart, really just allowing myself to be heart-centered and letting
Mhm.
other things go. And it's a difficult thing sometimes to let go of the money
Mhm.
question. The
Mhm.
funny thing is it's almost like happiness. When you let it go, it comes to you. Um, but because it frees you to take the action that you need. And so and I think the other thing that I really loved, I have it posted over here. I'm going to pull it over. I don't know. You might not be able to see it, but abundant empowered leaders list,
Yes.
right? The 12 things that all abundant empowered leaders do. And the very first one is impact driven and choose to lead with love, which is just who I am and what drew me to you. We take 100% responsibility 100% of the time, no guilt or blame or shame, just this
Mhm.
worked, this didn't work, right? I love a lot of these. Another one, make powerful decisions, but decide,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So there's so many good things here, and I'm sure that if you guys, and it's so funny, I have multiple versions of it. I just had them tacked one on top of the other.
I love that. Yeah, by the way, you guys are going to get those on day 5 when we talk about Empower. So everybody that shows up live, you're going to get that every day that you guys show up live today. You're getting some free templates that are going to help you move the needle forward. That is the intention here, is that you continue to move the needle forward in your business. So I am going to give you some action steps that you can take. I promise you they're going to be easy. It's not going to take you a lot of time. But every time you take a little bit of action, it's going to propel your business forward even more. Okay.
Yeah. So I would just say, I mean, those things like you're going to tell everybody like the things. Was there one thing? There was the nurture events. There's this. There's so many different ways. Strategic collaborations. There's so many things we can do. But the biggest thing that was in my way, and the biggest thing that's in most of our ways, is that mental place that we once we get past that, we're free to do any of those things, and we're able to do them. So that's what I would say.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Steph. I'm so grateful for you to be here and so grateful for you to help us all with the tech. All right, everybody, we are going to dive in a little bit more. We're going to go into, whoops, did I stop the share? What did I do? Here's Eileen. I did not stop the share. Okay, I just can't see it. Okay, great. So real quick, I want to give you some information so that you guys can take a look at which days work the best for you. Do I want you here live? Absolutely. And you guys, life, right? I get it. You've got other things that you've got going on. You've got businesses to run. I get it if you can't make it live, so no worries at all. We are going to have replays for you. So everybody that registered gets access to the replays. Not only are they going to be here in the Facebook group, but we've created a separate page, web page that you can access directly, and we're going to be sending that out to everybody so that you can access the replays. Okay. Today, though, is all about claiming your impact and income. That's why we are typing in the chat, I can and I will. This is so important because we cannot create anything. None of the strategy that I teach you tomorrow and for the remaining of our event is going to work if we don't first claim that we get to have what it is that we desire. We're not going to attract clients. We're not going to be able to make sales. We're not going to know what to do. We're not going to take action. We have to first claim that. So we're going to be diving all in on this, and you guys are going to walk away with an alignment template. So we get to align to the powerful 6-figure CEO that you guys already are. Okay. I'm also going to cover with you 5 simple pillars that make a multiple 6-figure business. So regardless of whether you're here and you're just like multiple 6 figures, like I just want to like pay my bills. I get it. Doesn't matter. This is going to help you create whatever it is that you want. But my business is based on 5 pillars, what I teach inside of Activate Abundance Academy, which is my signature program that Stephanie is in, that I bring people in to teach them exactly how to build and grow a heart-centered business without icky sales tactics, without trying to convince or persuade anybody to work with you. I'm just a hell no for that. And I know that you guys are too. You wouldn't be here in my world if you weren't. And we're really going to talk about aligning with the energy of abundance today, because we need that if we want to make more in less time, right? So we're going to dive in and we're just going to get going. You guys can read the rest of this later. We are going to have some bonus sessions next week too. Remember, every day you show up live gives you the free done for you templates. And if you haven't yet booked your 6-figure audit with me, go ahead and do that. It's a free 20-minute call. I promise it's not a sales call. I will not pitch you on anything, but it is in service to you. And I only have a few spots left. Next week is completely booked, by the way. So I don't have any space available for a 6-figure audit next week. So we would be looking at, or actually, I'm sorry, this week. This week is completely booked. We have a couple spots open on Monday next week and Tuesday. And then y'all, I'm off for vacation. I'm going to go see my family. So let's dive in. Where are you? Where are you? Before we can get to six figures, we need to know where we are, right? So where are you? I want you guys to pop in the chat for me. Do you feel right now in your business that you are invisible? Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you've had this dream for a while. You have the certifications, you have the passion, but you've got little or no clients and you're like, you know what? I think it's just dumb luck. Anybody else feel like it's just dumb luck when they get a client and they're like, oh my God, I have a paying client. Like I had no idea how that happened. Right? So if that's you, go ahead and just pop in invisible. I want to kind of see where everybody is because when I know where you are, I can customize the training for you guys. Okay. The second place is you feel that you're emerging. You're like, yep, I'm getting some visibility. I have a handful of clients. I'm making anywhere between 25,000 to 80,000, but I'm probably still undercharging for my services. I still don't really feel confident about exactly what to do daily, weekly, monthly. You might not have a sales plan. You might not have a marketing plan. You're just kind of like still trying to do the thing, but you're making some cash. Okay. This is where we need to make sure that we start dialing in on your systems and your mindset. We want to increase your prices here, and we want to make sure that you are all in, enrolled in you, and we start getting some systems dialed in, which is marketing and sales. We're going to talk more about that later. Or do you feel that you're magnetizing? You're like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm paying my bills. I'm bringing income in. Maybe you're making anywhere between 80K to 150K. You are building a community, but you might still be lacking consistent clients. Some months you might hit 10K and you're like, hallelujah. Some months you don't. This is where we need predictability. This is why we need systems. Okay. We want a repeatable system that works to consistently bring clients into your ecosystem. And so you know exactly what to do every day to move people from being a stranger to a viewer, to know what to do exactly to nurture, to cultivate connections and relationships. So you do not have to resort to DMing or spamming 100 people a day and trying to convert a stranger into a buyer. By the way, can I get an amen in the chat with that? We are a no for trying to convert a stranger into a buyer. We do not need to convince or persuade anybody to work with us, right? And as a matter of fact, when we own that and we start from that place first, your business is actually going to start skyrocketing. Because when we feel that we've got to convince or persuade somebody to work with us, we're already in scarcity, we're already desperate, we're already in the energy of, oh my God, I got to get this client because if I don't get this client, I can't pay my bills, right? That's desperation that comes across as needy. And we never, ever, ever want to be in that position because the other person can feel it, right? Yeah. And then the last place is mastery. Maybe you finally have those consistent 10K months and now you're ready to scale. You're ready to move into multiple six figures, which means we need to relook again at your ideal client avatar. We want to make sure your offer suite is dialed in. By the way, we're going to talk about your offer suite this week as well. And we need to make sure that you are being visible in multiple places. So pop in the chat again. Where are you? I would love to know. I want to see, where is everybody? I'm getting let me just scroll down here. Invisible. I'm getting amens. Beautiful. Let's see. Anybody feeling like they're beyond invisible? I'm getting a lot of invisible. Oh, magnetizing. Fantastic. Great. So Amber, emerging. Fantastic. Great. Yes, no. So our class is going to be 1 hour. And then if you want custom support after, there's going to be another hour after, but that is with the VIP option. It's only $47. You're going to get an extra time customized with me right after. Hazel's at the beginning of her journey. Amazing. Okay, so we really have a smattering of where you are. Most of you are invisible, emerging, or magnetizing. Perfect. You're in the right spot. You are absolutely in the right spot. Okay, so let me pop over into our 5 core pillars because this is what my business is based on. We all get to have core values, core foundations with which we get to build and grow our business. And the beauty is that we get to make sure that we get to build and run our business in a way that's in alignment, There are a gazillion business coaches out there, you guys. If you want to go learn Facebook ads, I'm not your girl. Okay. If you want to build out 62-point fancy funnels, I'm not your girl. If you want to, make it really, really high tech, I'm not your girl. I actually am going to teach you a very simple, low tech, high relationship, which is heart centered, okay, way to build and grow your business. And it's worked really, really well for me, obviously, in my business. And it is when I finally decided that I was a no for doing the things that fell out of alignment for me. So I just want to give each and every one of you permission that if what resonates with you and if this makes sense for you, I will absolutely share later ways that you can have my continued support. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. I will help you get what it is that you want, and I will guide you to a colleague to help you get what it is that you need. But we get to start first from the place of an abundant mindset. So mindset truly is 80% of your success. It's why we started the way that we did today. If we believe we can, we will. If we believe we can't, we will, right? It's like whatever it is, you're right. And many of you guys already know, excuse me, and have done some work in the personal growth field, knowing that if we do not have our mindset dialed in, then what ends up happening is that we actually go down the scarcity train instead of the abundance train. So this is where we get to see the world working for us. We get to trust ourselves. We get to have confidence in ourselves that we know that we can figure this out, right? I'm going to help you, give you the practical strategy. And we get to take this practical strategy, which I call taking inspired action, and we get to actually dial in on that, trust that, lean in on that so that we can create what it is that we want. So these 5 core pillars, I would not have the business that I have today if I did not have an abundant mindset. Number 2, serve first. Anybody else here for serving? We all are, right? You guys wouldn't be here if you weren't service. We get to give value. We get to lead with value. And we get to lead with value that is congruent to the solutions that our ideal clients want. Okay. Always and forever, I will be around making sure that I lead with value in helping somebody get the result that they want. Not close a deal, not just get the money, not just try to convince or persuade. Like, again, you've heard me say this, I'm a hell no for that. We get to serve first. Because guess what, my friends? That is actually an abundant energy. The more you put out into the world, the more comes back. It's actually one of the universal truths. It's actually one of the universal laws out there, that when we are here to give value, it will always come back to us. Abundance will always come back to us, okay? So we get to let this always be our number one come from. My intention over the course of the next 5 days, regardless of whether you decide to work with me or not, is that you get amazing value. I want you to walk away knowing practical strategies on what you can do regardless of whether we work together. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm here for service. And what I know is that people will decide to come work with me when they feel that it's the right fit for them, when they're ready to have the support. So there is no convincing or persuading. Okay. Now, the third pillar that we need to have dialed in, everybody needs this in their business, is a simple, repeatable system. Without this, we are left trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. I see so-and-so doing this over here and so-and-so doing this over here, and let me try this and let me try that. We need a strategy, friends, and we need 2 types of strategies. We need a heart-centered marketing strategy and a sales strategy, and that comes to the nurture method. This is what you're going to be learning on day, let's say 3, 4, and 5, which is the nurture method, which is all about creating a simple system for creating heart-centered marketing. Look, and marketing is not a dirty word. Marketing is just, how can I get in front of people so that they can see me and find me so that they can get their result? Sales is not marketing. There's a difference between marketing and sales. Sales is simply an exchange of energy. It's a soulful exchange. That's all it is. Okay, so we're going to talk about these things as well. The beauty of when we have a system, when we know exactly what to do, when to do it, when you've got a roadmap, and I'm sharing my roadmap with you so that you guys will have your own roadmap, it is going to help you share your message, serve your clients, build your audience, and enroll paying clients that you absolutely love to serve. Okay, so go ahead now and type a yes if this resonates with you. Type a yes or give me a heart in the chat here and let me know if this is resonating. Yes, okay, great, amazing, good, good, good. Okay, now heart-centered marketing and sales, again, is about building relationships. Building relationships. It's not about convincing somebody to work with you. It's about building relationships. So if you are feeling salesy and if you're worried about reaching out to somebody and inviting them to work with you, chances are you've actually made it all about you instead of actually cultivating and building a relationship with people. So we're going to be talking more about that. And then inspired and empowered action. We have to take action, people, right? If we don't take inspired action, if we don't implement what it is that you guys are learning here, nothing changes, right? I can tell you and share with you what I do all day long, but if you don't do it, if you don't implement, if you don't take the steps and take the action, it's not going to work, right? So we have to, can we all agree? And I want to hear everybody, if you can just type in agree or type in action, can we all agree that you guys are going to take action? That this isn't just going to be one of those master classes or workshops that you never do anything with, okay? Because that would really break my heart. There's a lot of time and energy that I put into this workshop so that you know exactly what to do so that you can implement and get real results. I'm about real results, people. I'm not about theory. You're not going to get fluff here. I'm going to share with you exactly what it is that I do in my business today and tomorrow and what I teach my clients. Amazing. All right, fantastic. Action, action. All right. First things first. Are you curious or committed? Curious or committed? I can tell you one of those is going to help you to create a six-figure business, and the other one isn't. Committed. There we go. Annette's in. Fantastic. Committed. Pop it in the chat. Are you curious or committed? Because if you're just curious, nothing's going to change, my friend. You got to be committed. You have to be like, you know what? I'm all in. I'm going all in. I want this and I'm committed. And here's the thing, commitment has to come first, even before the how. Commitment has to come first before the how. Why? Because if you're not committed, the how can't open up. If you're not committed, the how cannot open up. Being curious means that you're actually giving yourself a back door. You're like, yeah, I might try it for like a little bit, but when it gets uncomfortable, I'm out, right? Committed is, you know what? Nope, this is what I want, and I'm going all in. This is what I want, and I'm going all in, and I'm going to figure it out, and I trust the universe is going to work for me. I trust that God is on my side. I trust that things are working for me. I trust that the how will open. So being committed is so, so important. So I'm so glad to hear all the commit. Everybody's committed here. Number two, who are you? Who are you? Why are you doing what you do? This is not about, oh, I'm a health coach. This is who are you really? Why are you doing? What are you doing here? Why do you want to build a six-figure business? Okay. This is really important because the underlying why is what is going to drive you. The money won't, my friend. The money is not, the money is going to be a side effect of all this. But if we're only in it for the money, which I know that none of you are, because again, I just don't attract those types of people into my world. It's nice to have money. We're going to create money. We get to be well paid, but we also have to know, what is it? Who am I? What am I doing here? What do I want to share with the world? Right? And I want to share something with you guys. I'm going to stop this share real quick because there is a really amazing woman that I just want to share with you that I was watching recently. Oh no, and it disappeared. Hang on, let me find it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Lisa Nichols, but she's amazing. And I was listening to her over the weekend and I was like, oh, I've got to share this. I have to share this because she was so speaking to me. So let's see if we can find her. Yeah, here she is. All righty. So Lisa Nichols. Whoops, that took us back to the wrong one. Nope, we want this one.
So what do you want to be when you grow up? And see, I have to fight the Harlem Crip 30s every day to get home from school. So I looked at her and said, a lot. I took an English class, I got a fail in English. And my English teacher said in front of the entire class, Lisa, you have to be the weakest writer I've ever met in my entire life. Don't worry, my story is good. Don't feel sorry for me. I got 7 under my belt. And then the same year, my speech teacher said, after giving me a D-, I knew I had an A in speech. Like, come on. He obviously didn't agree with me. He gave me a D- and said, quote unquote, Miss Nichols, I recommend you never speak in public, that you get a desk job. So here's the beauty of that story. Other people's perception of you ain't none of your business. Everything you've ever been through, sat through, rose through, cried through, prayed through, everything is a setup for your next best season. And the way you forgive the perceivingly unforgivable, the way you love the perceivingly unlovable, the way you accept what seems to be unacceptable, the way you embrace after you've been betrayed, the way you do that is the way you will lead us. Your light belongs to everyone who'll be illuminated because you were bold enough and obedient enough to let your light shine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And every time you cross someone's path and they can't handle your light, you know those people that they try to give you reasons why you should tone it down a bit. And they would tell Cheryl not to sing so loud. Right. They would tell me to shut up in class. They tell you kind of strange. You know those people, dream snatchers, vision busters. Don't be mad at them. They can only love you to the capacity in which they're able to love themselves. Don't be mad at them. Don't be mad at them. Pray for them. Love them. Because they're dealing with themselves like we're dealing with us. But I want you to remember that your 70 watts has to be turned way up. Because you got way more to give us. It ain't over yet. Don't put a period where God put a comma. And when you turn it up to 159 watts, you know, you keep turning it up. You stop dimming your light. You say, today is the first day of the rest of my life. You turn it up. You're going to find people that can't handle your light. And before today, you might have dimmed your light. You might have shrunk a little bit. You might have tempered it down a little bit. But after today, I want you to see this. After today, turn the lights up. After today, you don't dare dim your light. As your light gets brighter, you're going to disrupt some people. And they're going to tell you your light's too bright, your light's too bright, your light's too bright, your light's too bright. Then you just look at them and say, well, I'm not dimming my light. I'm just going to hand you some shades.
I love that so much, you guys. Anybody else relate with that when people are like, holy cow, like, can you really do this? You're really not going to make any money. Are you sure you want to charge that? Right? I love that she talks about the vision snatchers, right? No. We are going to put our shades on. We're going to give them some shades, right? And we are going to go all in. Now, notice that Lisa there, beautiful Lisa, she absolutely came up against challenges in her life. I came up against challenges in my life. Each and every one of you have come up with challenge in your life. But what we don't forget is why we're here to do what it is that we're here to do. There are people looking for you. There are people that need you. How do I know you would not have this calling on your heart if there weren't? I guarantee there are people looking for you now. The only person that is preventing you from creating an amazing business is what's going on in between here, which is you, which is actually a really good thing. So let me tell you why. It's a really good thing because that's actually the only thing you can change, right? We can't change outside circumstances. We can't change somebody else's opinion. We can't change whether or not whether it's raining outside, right? We can't change outside circumstance. The only thing that we can do is change what is going on in our mind. What is going on in our mind? And when we decide, just like Stephanie talked about earlier, when we decide that we are empowered leaders and we are here to do work, and we are here to do that work from a place of heart-centeredness, from a place of compassion, from a place of give and receive. Y'all, this isn't about how much can we give until we're depleted. This is about allowing us to be, no, I deserve to also receive for the services that I provide. Okay, let me tell you, it's not spiritual to be poor. It's not spiritual to be poor. Okay, that is a myth. So I'm a no for the starving healer archetype. You do not need to be poor in order to be valuable. As a matter of fact, when you allow yourself to receive, you are going to be able to do bigger things in the world because it means you have more resources to share with others, more resources to create scholarships, more resources to give. But you can't do that if you're struggling to pay the bills and buy groceries. Can't do it. And by the way, you can't have a business that way. There's a difference between having a business and philanthropy. And guess what? You can't be a philanthropist unless you have a successful business. You got to make money in order to have a business. You got to make money in order to share and to give money away. And I've shared this with many of you over and over again. Back in 2020, I was able to give away $20,000 in cash and services because I had a business, because I had a successful business, because I allowed myself to receive, because I said, hell no, I'm an empowered feminine leader, and I am here to do things differently in the world, and I'm here to share my message, and I'm here to share with other women how they can do it too. So if you're with me, I want you to go ahead and pop in the chat right now with me, that you're with me. Let me know that you are with me here. Awesome. Amber's with me. Eileen is so with me. Amazing. Fantastic. So why are you here? Who are you? What is your purpose here? Why is it that you want to do the work that you're here to do? That is what is going to hold you throughout the tough times and the amazing times, right? Because guess what? Money is just money. Money is going to give us freedom, but money does not actually provide happiness. So if we think that we're only going to be happy once we have a 10K month, or we're only going to be happy once we hit six figures, there's going to be a wake-up call there. We have to tap into, why are we doing this work? Why are we doing this work? And most of you are doing this work because you've gone through challenges and struggles, right? That's why I'm doing this work. I was stuck in a marriage for over 17 years that was emotionally toxic because I didn't feel like I had a choice. And I decided that I was a hell no for someone that said, I am never going to divorce you. I will just survive. And I said, you know what? I don't want my children seeing that anymore. And I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be in a relationship that is going to allow me to feel excited and supported. And so I was a hell no for that, right? Absolutely. Meryl says the universe has supported me. Now I want to give back. We get to do that for sure. Okay, but we have to decide. So my reasons are going to be different than your reasons, but everybody's reasons are valid. And most of the time, the reason why we get into being a health coach or a life coach or a relationship coach or a healer or a holistic practitioner is because we want to help people stop suffering, right? We want to help people get off what I like to call as pain island. We don't want them to have to go through the same thing that we did, right? We want to actually help them. We're here to help others. Yes. And the only way that we can do that is when we also allow ourselves to be in a relationship of a soulful exchange where we give and we receive. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again because I want to dial in a couple more questions. How does your work serve the clients who need you? How does it serve the clients who need you? What are you helping them with? And what happens if they don't find you? What would have happened with Lisa that we just saw if she believed her teacher that said you should never be speaking on a stage? What would we do, right, when our clients are stuck on Pain Island? We don't want them stuck on Pain Island. We want them to be able to find you, right? So what happens if they don't? What happens if they don't? What happens if they stay stuck in whatever is going on with them that's causing their pain and their struggle? This is important for you to know, because this is where we get to share more about why is it important for somebody else to have their transformation. Because the truth is, my friends, people do not want to work with you because you've got an amazing program. People do not want to work with you because the price is just right. People want to work with you to get off of Pain Island. They want a transformation. They want a result. And if you don't know how to talk about that, and if you're not dialed in on that, then it's going to be really, really hard to communicate with our ideal clients. So we really want to know this. Who does your work serve? Who needs you? What happens if they don't find your work? And then what happens if they do find your work? What happens if they do stop the yo-yo dieting? What happens if they do learn how to balance their energy systems? What happens if they do stop attracting jerks into their world and really find the love of their life? We get to make it about the transformation that we provide, my friends, not about us, not about us as coaches, but us as empowered leaders here to make a change in the world. Okay. And I want you to really spend some time thinking about these questions. If they do find your work, what is available for them on the other side? How is it going to affect their family, their community, the world, when they have the transformation that your work and your support provides? And look, I'm just going to be very frank. If we could have done it on our own, we would have done it on our own. I haven't done it on my own. I did not create $2 million in my business on my own. I've had help. I've had business coaches. I've had mindset coaches. I've invested in programs so that I could learn what it is that I needed to do and figure out how I wanted to do this in a way that aligned and resonated with me. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because the people that are looking, that need your work, cannot do it without you. How do I know? Because they would have already done it. They would have already done it. If it was as easy to just buy a book or just Google something in order to get a result, people would have done that already. You would have done that already. I would have done that already. But the truth is that we need you. We need your support to help your clients. We need your accountability to help your clients. We need your system. We're actually going to talk about that tomorrow, which is having a signature system, which is actually a series of steps that help your ideal client move from where they are on Pain Island right now to where they want to be. Okay? And then we get to decide. We're coming back to a decision here. How much money are you deciding to earn from your service of transformation? It gets to be a decision, because guess what? You get to create whatever it is that you decide that you want to create. So if you say, oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm really worried that people might not invest, or, what if somebody doesn't have money to invest with me? Or, again, these are things that I used to think, and here's what's true. And so I'm just going to put a big old truth bomb out there for you guys. You will never be taking money away from somebody. You will be allowing somebody to make a decision on what it is that they value. And it's okay if they don't value having your support, because it's about them. But you will never be taking something away from somebody. If you are in that mindset that you have to take away from somebody in order for you to have, that scarcity, that will only beget more scarcity. Instead, what I want you to see is that this world is not a pie, where if you take a bigger piece of the pie, there's less for others. This world is a bakery, my friends. It means that we get to create more. That when somebody invests in their work with you, guess what? They get more. What do they get more of? They get more support. They get better results. They get more attention. They get more cheering on. They get more of what it is that they need to actually get their transformation. Okay, so how much money are you deciding? Go ahead and pop in the chat. And that money can be a dollar amount, a monthly dollar amount, it could be a yearly dollar amount, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But go ahead and pop in the chat. How much are you deciding that you want to let this be a soulful exchange? How much are you deciding? Because again, it has to be a decision first. It has to be a decision first. Great. Jean says 100,000. Amazing. Great. Go ahead and pop it in there. By the way, there's a statistic out there that when you write things down, you are 80% more likely to actually accomplish them. Okay. Amazing. Sean wants to earn 10K a month. That's 120K a year. Amazing. 80,000 first year. Beautiful. Eileen wants 150. Great. Kate, 10,000 monthly. Beautiful. First year, 80. Amazing. Fantastic. This gets to be what we get dialed in on. Okay. Hazel says, I don't know how to value myself yet in my dreams. 8K a year. So Hazel, this is not about your value and the money. Okay. This is about what are you simply going to decide that you would like to earn. That's it. Your value is limitless. There is no amount of money that is going to allow you to increase your value. Okay. 10K a month, 10K monthly, 90K a year, fantastic. 6,000 per month for the first year, amazing, fantastic. Margaret, 10K a month every month, fantastic. Okay, great. Amber's going for $250,000, fantastic. We get to claim that. We get to claim that. Now, here's where alignment comes in. When we just put a number out there, when we're just like, yep, number, it doesn't really feel like we're attached to it, right? It's like, yeah, there's a number. And what ends up happening is our brain's like, yeah, that's not possible. That's not possible. That's not possible. That's not going to happen, right? I know that many of you, and that's one of the reasons why Hazel was like, I don't know, $8,000. Like, I don't know if what's possible, right? What's possible is what you believe is possible. Okay, so great. Hazel's going for 10K a month. Fantastic. Now, here's what is going to allow you to align with the energy of that income amount. And that is, what are you going to do with the money? Money wants to be told where to go. So what are you going to do with that money? If you want 10K months, great. But money wants to know where to go. So what are you going to do with that money? Are you going to pay off bills? Are you going to buy a new car? Are you going to put a down payment on a house? Are you going to contribute to your retirement? Are you going to contribute to your kids' school? Are you going to contribute to the family? Are you going to pay for a family vacation? Whatever that is for you, this is what is going to allow you to align with the energy of bringing more of that into your world. Why? Because now we have a feeling associated with it. Now it's not just a number hanging out there. Now it's, you know what? When I create 10K months, this is going to allow me to do this. This is where that money is going to go. For me, when I brought money into my business, it was about giving my family experiences. It was about being able to pay my bills and send my kids to college. And it was about being able to take them on family vacations. And it was about being able to do more than just survive. I was a hell no for just surviving anymore. Okay. I wanted more. You want more. You wouldn't be here if you didn't want more. Okay. So what is that more for you? What is the experience that you get to have with that? This is super, super important. Okay. So go ahead and pop in the chat for me how that money is going to serve you, your family, your purpose, your vision. And how is this actually a high service? How is this a high service? What do I mean by that? I'm going to stop the share for just a minute. A high service means that when you bring that money into your world, when you allow yourself to see that in your bank account, it becomes more than just hoarding money in a bank account. It actually flows through us into other places, right? Money is called currency for a reason. We receive it and then we allow it to move through us and it moves into other areas. Some of the money might go to a car payment or a house payment or to the groceries or to a business coach, or it might go to your kids' college fund, or it might go into a retirement fund. Doesn't matter where it goes, but money comes here and it moves through us. When you allow yourself to receive what it is that you need and more, that becomes a high service, because that means that you get to do more with these amazing resources that you have coming into your life. Can I get an amen, you guys? Like, I really want you guys to feel how important this is, because this is what changes the world. When women like you allow themselves to be well paid for the service that changes people's lives, it means that you can then become philanthropists. It means that you can then take your family on vacation. You can allow yourself to pay the bills without fear or worry. It allows you to step into a bigger version of life and who you are. Yeah. So what do you want to do with this? Yeah. And outcomes, Miss Wheeler, it's totally up to you. Everybody's outcome is different, right? So what are you going to do with the 10,000? Right? Invest in stable financial future for retirement, pay off my apartment and travel. Amazing. Yes, Amanda, by the way, I'm with you on the travel. We've been to Spain, we've been to Catalonia, we've been to, let's see, where did I take the kids recently? I'm trying to think. Well, we were in France.
I was going to
So-
say you went to Paris.
We went to Paris. Yes. My kids have culture. They've had experiences, and that makes the world better. It allows them to have more compassion for the people that they meet, right? It allows them to have more connection to the world. So that has been really important to me. Create a separate building to house the retreat center. Amazing, right? And Deirdre, I want you to see why that is a high service, because it means you are going to be able to provide a retreat center for people that need you. Yes, fantastic. Pay off credit cards. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Eileen, I'm so with you. I'm just so tired of surviving. I want to be able to give back to your family, to the environmental causes you believe in, having energy and space to give back in bigger ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because here's what happens when we allow ourselves to receive, when we claim that we are abundant, empowered, six-figure leaders right now, today. The how opens. When we commit today that we are going all in on this, the how opens. I guarantee, and I cannot wait to hear tomorrow, what opens up for you. Like abundance comes in the form of opportunities, my friends. I'm so excited to hear how many of you all of a sudden have, you know what, just somebody that said, oh, how can I work with you? Or, oh, somebody just referred to me. Or, oh, a client wanted to renew with me. Or, wow, a friend just said, hey, I've been watching your posts or seeing something. That is how it happens. That's how it happens, right? It's not magic, it's alignment. Yeah. Okay, great. Have more fun. Absolutely. Put half away in investments and a quarter for travel. Great. I love this, Sean. So now when you think about where that money is going to go, here's the secret. It's the feeling. And for those of you that have read Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard, it's true. What are you going to feel like when you're traveling? What are you going to feel like when the credit cards are paid off? What are you going to feel like when you've got the retreat center? What is it going to feel like when you're no longer just surviving? What's the opposite of that? Beautiful. Relief, for sure. Absolutely. I'm with you on that one. When I was able to not just barely pay my bills, but also contribute back to my kids. By the way, I've been able to pay for college for 3 of my boys without taking out loans and without them having to take on debt either. And they still had to contribute. So I'm not one of those, they're like, oh, I'm going to pay for everything. Nope, they get to contribute too, right? Secure, happy, excited, gratitude, so much love. Yes, 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 yes. That is your home base energy of abundance. That's your home base energy of abundance. Now, I want you to think about that feeling, and I want you to put your hands on your heart, right on your chest, and feel that feeling. I want you to see that it's already done. It's already happened. It's already done. You've got the retreat center. The credit cards are paid off. You're on a family vacation. Yes, it feels light. It feels like a weight has been lifted. Absolutely. Memories, you're looking back on the memories that you're created with your children, right? If you want to be a philanthropist, how are you doing that? Yeah. Okay. That is what we get to come back to over and over and over again. The inner game, the abundance formula that I share, that I live by, and that I teach is the inner game, which is the thoughts and the beliefs that we have, plus the energy that we are in, always comes first. So we have to, if we want a sense of relief, then we have to let go of all of the house first. And we get to say, okay, what are some thoughts that I can think that allow me to have a sense of relief, whatever that is, whatever that is. That is energetic alignment. And that is in combination with the thoughts that we think on repeat and the feelings that we feel, which is energy. That is what we have to get dialed in first. I guarantee I'm going to give you the strategy. I promise I'm going to give you the how-to. Absolutely, positively, but it starts here first. Inner game, mindset plus energy always, always comes first. So if you're not sure what energy is going to help you create money, I want you to think about the amount of money that you want to create, which is what you just did. Where do you want that money to go? And what does it feel like when you already have it? Because guess what? Your brain doesn't know the difference of whether or not you have it or don't have it. The universe doesn't know the difference of wanting and desire and being in joyful expectation, right? You get what you focus on. You get what you feel more of. You get what you think more of. So if you are thinking 51% of the time, I am so excited to be able to take my kids this way. I am in so much gratitude. This just feels so light. I am so excited to be able to give back. I am so excited to see, who do I get to serve today? What do you think the side effect of that is going to be? Go ahead and pop in the chat. What do you think the side effect of that gets to be? More abundance. Yes. Alignment. Yes. Thank you, Meryl. Thank you, Jean. Magnetizing more of what we want. Absolutely. Exactly. Creativity, joy, a ripple effect. More comes back to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not that we are waving a magic wand and saying, you know, a bippity boppity boo, whatever, right? We're not meditating our way to success. We're aligning to the energy that we want to experience so that we can be in joyful expectation. Joyful expectation. What is joyful expectation? It means you're excited to receive it. You might not have it yet, but you're excited to receive it. Okay. I'll share a couple tricks that I did when I was trying to create my first six figures on my phone. And some of you already know this already because you've worked with me and have heard this. On my phone, I didn't have 10K months yet, but guess what? Every morning on my phone came up. If it was the month of November, it was November's a 10K month. Not will be, is. December's a 10K month. January's a 10K month. February's a 10K month. As if it was true. Joyful expectation, right? November 1st, November's a 10K month. I'm so excited. Cannot wait to see who I get to serve that is going to equate to that 10K month. Because the truth is, if I don't have clients, I don't make money. And if I don't help others, I don't make money. And if I'm not in service, I don't make money. So it's not just about making money. It's about how can I be of service and help more people get what it is that they want. That's how we get to build our business. That's how we get to build our business. The more people you help get what it is that they want, the more abundance comes to you. Okay. So I know we're at the top of the hour now, so I'm going to stop. And I think that we're done anyways. Tomorrow, we are going to be diving in more into the abundance formula. So let me just share what we're going to do tomorrow. Where is it? I think this is it. The abundance formula. Today, we talked all about the inner game, which is our mindset and our energy. Now, the rest of the time, we're going to dial into a simple strategy, which is the outer game. It's inspired actions. Okay. And I want you to remember abundance is more than just wealth. It's a combination of what we get to do with that money. It's a combination of freedom. It's a combination of joy. And it gets to be a combination of the choices and the money that we get to use that supports our business, supports our life, and supports the other things in the world that we want more choice around, right? So I'm gonna, let's see, how do I do this thing? Stephanie, I need Stephanie here with me. I wish she could like stay right next to me. I want to see everybody. There we go. Okay. Like,
You got it.
go? See, you guys can have an amazing business and still let it be low tech. Like seriously, this is the techie I get, right? Email marketing and Zoom, like, and that's about it. By the way, we teach you how to do all that, and Stephanie's amazing. She will get you through things quicker than quick.
Yeah.
All
I had
right.
3 calls today.
Woo, girl, amazing.
Yeah.
Love. Can we celebrate? Can we like
For
celebrate?
your, yeah, for, you know, supporting you all, you know?
Amazing, amazing, fantastic. All right, go ahead and come off mute and share with me. What is something, a golden nugget, something that you're going to take away with you from today that feels important? That feels important.
Believe.
Believe. Thank you. Yeah. Who said that? Raise their hand. Was that Meryl?
Julie.
That was Julie. Amazing. Yes.
Knowing that I can create what I want, which is a successful coaching practice.
Yes. And I love that you said knowing, right? This isn't hoping, this is knowing. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. By the way, before I go any further, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kate.
I said, just remembering in my heart what I truly feel led.
Uh-oh, she froze.
around it.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, remembering in your heart why you've been led here, right? Remembering the why. Yeah, yeah. By the way, I want to share one other nugget that might also benefit you. There's a difference between wanting and expectation, joyful expectation. Okay. If we look in the dictionary, wanting is something that's never fulfilled. It's actually scarcity. So we don't want to be in the wanting of something. We want to be in the joyful expectation of something. Okay. Wanting is scarcity. Joyful expectation is receiving. Okay. Desire, wish means that something is on its way. Wanting can never be fulfilled. Wanting can never be fulfilled. So whenever you hear yourself say, I want you to change, take the want out and change it instead to, I am so excited to receive. I am so excited to see. I am so excited to whatever it is, right? Think of it like Amazon energy, right? We all know Amazon, Jeff Bezos, right? We place our order and we're super excited to receive it, right? We're like, all right, order's been placed. Well, we're excited to receive it, right? We're in joyful expectation. We don't have it yet, but we know it's on its way, right? How do you think that would change your business if you stayed in the energy of joyful expectation instead of, it's never going to happen for me? Yeah. Who else can share? Who else would like to share? One aha, one golden nugget that they're taking away with them.
I feel like it's something that I've had to take away over and over and over, but every time it's useful is just that like anchoring into the larger vision of being in service and the change that I truly want to make in the world.
Yes, absolutely. That is such a powerful anchor because we also have feelings there, right? And remember, this is not about staying in alignment 100% of the time. So for those of you that are like, well, yeah, I can kind of get in it, but then I come out of it, no problem. Like this is about what do we want? What are we excited to receive? 51% of the time. 51% of the time. Okay, what we feel and think about 51% of the time is what we get. Right? You guys are powerful creators. You're creating right now. You don't even know it, right? You're creating all the time. So now you get to be intentional about what it is that you desire to create. Thank you for sharing that, Eileen. Anybody else?
One thing that I think kind of came forward, and it's something that's been on my mind a bit, is this difference between the price point and the way I deliver my services and the transformation that comes through with my services.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We make a mistake on what the value is, right? We're the ones that make it about the money. Our clients are looking for what is the result that they get to have? What is the transformation that they get to have? What is the pain that they get to stop experiencing so that they can have a different experience of life? Let's make it about that. Yeah. Awesome. Anybody else want to share? We'll take one more share and then where you need to pop off for our VIP session.
I think just remembering what is on the other side for our clients when we've done the work together, and that ripple effect, how it's, going to have tentacles that reach out to all elements of their life. That was quite powerful thinking about that today.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, right? And yet we dim our light and we think that we're not valuable or we're not important. Right? And so that's why I really wanted to share that video, because the truth is the more you shine your light, the more you step into your power and own that you're here for a reason and that your service transforms lives, the more our world becomes a better place. Nobody wins by us putting our glow on low. That was one that I remember. Don't put your glow on low. No, it's okay. It's okay to step into and own that you are here for a purpose, that you are here for a reason, that you have it on your heart to help others, and you get to be well compensated in the process. It's a both and, not an either or. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for coming on camera, those of you that could. We're going to be popping back here, same time tomorrow, 4 o'clock, same link tomorrow. We're going to be diving into design. We're going to be talking all about a signature system, why it's important, why we need one. We're also going to be talking about that high-end offer, ticket offer, and why we need that as well. And by the way, it's not just so that we can have an amazing business. It's because the results of what clients get when they work with us in a wraparound container of support. I'm going to share with you what to put in that tomorrow. And then everybody that was here today, we're going to go back and make sure that we've got everybody's name, and we're going to make sure that you get the template, which is the alignment template. So that's something that you can put on repeat. Okay, so be on the lookout for that in your email as well. All right, for those of you that are here for the VIP session that purchased the $47 VIP session, go ahead and log off because we have a different link, okay? And then log back on with me and I will see you there. All right, everybody, bye.